I just wanted to get up and express my strong support for this project, and I did at the Executive Committee, but I wanted to do it here with all of my colleagues. I had occasion to go to the existing residence on Thanksgiving Day this year with Councillor Crawford, and not only had a chance to help serve Thanksgiving dinner, but also to have a chance to talk to the men who live there, talk to the staff who are, as is always the case with our different facilities, people we can be proud of in terms of the quality and the care that they offer to the people who are living with them, and but also to see the condition of this place. And as I've had occasion to say about Seton House, as I would have occasion to say about this place, not every place, but we have places that clearly fall well below the standard that any of us would accept. And we heard a bit of the history of that the other night at the Executive Committee in terms of some rooms that have been closed off for a period of time because of health concerns about mold and asbestos, and on and on it went, and how long it's taken to address some of these things, and so on and so forth. And it was very clear to me when I left there that, as is often the case with these things, money aside, and you can't put it totally to one side, but money aside, that this place should be either replaced or substantially renovated. And so when Councillor Crawford came along shortly thereafter, and I assure you my plan to go to the Birchmount residence was on Thanksgiving Day was hatched and confirmed before I knew he even had a plan, that when he came along and sort of said, look, there is a possibility of doing this by making the acquisition we're talking about here today and having a different building that will be better, that will provide more opportunity for us to help more people, and that carries with it some other benefits to the community in terms of places that frankly are at the moment very disruptive and negative in the community. I thought this was a project that was just absolutely heaven sent. And there were people who came to the Executive Committee to express concern about who is going to be helped by this. And I just want to say to the community, because they watch, especially people who are actively interested in these kinds of things, and thank goodness for that, that the men that I met that day were men who were by and large seniors. They were people who I think they're going to be the last people that we'll ever find causing any disruption in the lives of anybody else in the community. I think they will be thankful to have a better place to live for any period of time than the place we have today. And this is just, bottom line, the right thing to do. The right thing to do for those people, the right thing to do for the city, the right thing to do by almost any measure that I can possibly think of. And I just want to finish my brief remarks by saying again thank you to the staff, because I've come to realize around here, and the only reason I didn't realize it sooner is I wasn't here sooner, but I've come to realize how how helpful and professional they are at helping us with these different things. But I also want to say thank you to Councillor Crawford, because all of you know, and I'm learning, about the fact that these kinds of projects are difficult. They arouse some emotions and sentiments and fears, most of which are usually unfounded in the community. And Councillor Crawford went to one of those meetings we've all been to and stood in there and just said this is the right thing to do, and it is the right thing to do. And now I hope we're going to say what the Executive Committee said last week, which is this is the right thing to do, and get on with it, because I think it's something we'll be very proud of once it's done. And so again, my commendation to Councillor Crawford for the creativity that he had with the staff in putting this together, but also for his doing what we would all expect him to do and expect of ourselves in sometimes challenging circumstances. Thank you.
Thank you very much.